Hey, this is Jim Bergman with MeasureQuick, and holy cow, what a difference a year makes. Here we are, and for us, this is some exciting times because we have been waiting to get some good streaming data back into the MeasureQuick platform. So we got an iManifold here all hooked up, and I know there's so many of you guys have been waiting for this, so we're super excited to show it to you. I got the iConnect running, a low pressure probe, a high pressure probe. I got a Testo 420 capture hood here, and I got a Testo 770-3 power meter, and we're going to go through and just going to show you real quick the basics of this thing and what we're doing. So we're going to go through and just we'll do a quick configuration here. It is 410A, it is 400 CFM per ton, 13/16 SEER. We got to change that to a capillary tube metering device. It's a cap tube system, a window unit, a fine unit made in China by Daikin, one of the best foam covered window units you can get here. And we're going to go ahead and just walk you through some of the screens here. We can swipe. If you haven't used the swipe feature on MeasureQuick, it's just really you swipe from screen to screen. Just use your finger. You can touch the buttons at the bottom, but I like the swipe feature a lot. So you can see our suction line temps, superheat, subcooling. Swipe again. We got our outdoor air temperature, approach, compression ratio, and discharge line temp. Swipe again. We got a return air dry bulb and wet bulb. You can see it's pretty cold in here, 66 degrees, and no humidity at all, 53-degree wet bulb. Slide again here, we got our enthalpy, our airflow, our temp split, dehumidification. Slide again, we got our total, sensible, latent, sensible heat ratio. Slide again, we got nothing because we haven't put power in yet here. We'll get that in just a minute, and then again in our weather data. So I'm going to walk you through here. Let's go in and get the measurements that we need. Let's double check our configuration. So I'm going to go into our system information, and right away I see that this is obviously a package unit. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this and we're going to put in here 0.75 tons because it's a 9,000 BTU. We'll leave our rated airflow there. If we knew what it was, we'd add it, but we don't. Electrical configuration. This is a 115 volts, single phase evaporator fan motor. We don't have anything for extended performance, so we're going to go ahead and close this menu out. Now, all that's done, so I'm going to tap on my outdoor menu. Again, I can slide or I can jump between these. And I can look at my outdoor measurements real quick, and you can see that everything on this screen is coming in from my iConnect. That's what those iConnect logos are. There's no input boxes here. This is all live streaming data, so you'll see that updating as we go. I can go here and look at my outdoor measurements, and I tap on outdoor measurements, and again, those are all coming in the same. So you can see the ones that come in the iConnect, the little calculator means they're calculated. And now I have a couple input boxes there. So I'm going to grab some data off my, my capture hood here. So I'm just going to tap on that, and we're just going to double click, go into our Testo 420. You can see our CFM coming in there, and I'm just going to hit the bottom button here and share, and boom, MeasureQuick comes up, and that data pumps right back into MeasureQuick with a Testo logo. So we know exactly what type of device that came off of. It's pretty awesome. If we have a user input box, we can just type in a manual data, and that'll show up as manual on a report, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let's grab our electrical readings here, and just so we have those in. And again, we're on a power meter here, so we don't need to measure neutral and ground and all that stuff. Again, super simple, make this thing easy to do. So I'm going to tap power on both of these, and I'm already hooked up to my condensing unit, so I got my 120 hooked up, and my amp clamps are reading here, and I can see I'm reading about 327 watts here, so we'll go ahead and pull that in. Again, double click, go into smart probes, that's where that's at. And all I'm going to do here is go back to the bottom again, and we'll hit share, MeasureQuick, and that data is going to dump right back in, so 407.2 watts. Now, nothing to do here. It's going to auto go to the next field, so I'm just going to set this down here. I'm going to move this. I'm going to put it on the orange lead, which is my high fan speed on here. The Testo meter takes about 5 seconds to average, so it's going through, it's making a bunch of readings and averaging. So now this is down to about 44 watts here. So all I'm going to do here is double click on my home screen, go to my Testo Smart Probes app, come down here at the bottom, hit share, and boom, MeasureQuick, and bam, that's right back in, and we're at 18 watts because it probably just changed there as I was pulling it off, but you get the idea how that pulls in there. Going to go back into view data categories and hit the check mark box, and now when I go through that performance screen, I'll tap that again. You can see I've got my EER, my SEER rating, my total external static, my fan efficacy. Now again, all this stuff, this is just a window air conditioner set here, so don't fixate on the readings because you're going to be surprised what you see here. Now diagnostics, up at the top there you see that little triangle. Click on that. Low load on the evaporator. Hey, there's a surprise. We have no latent load in here, so it's showing you no load on the evaporator. And then there's a whole list of minor faults on here. And again, these are all dynamic, so they're all updating as they go. And we got a probability score next to there showing us that there are 2 symptoms of low airflow. And we could go back here and calculate what those are, but for the sake of the short video we're not going to do that right now. So all the data is filled out. This thing's ready to roll. And let's go in and geotag our location. I don't remember if we did that or not. We did not. So I'm going to go ahead and drag over and drop it on my condensing unit. Customer information's in, Jim Bergman. It pulled in the address automatically. I'm going to go ahead and X out of that screen here. We're going to go ahead and generate that report. Tap of a button, hit view, give it just a second. It pulls up all the environmental conditions and things. I'm just going to hit share, export as a PDF, and bam, everything is there, all filled out. You can see that what's calculated. You can see what came off Testo. Nothing next to this, this 0.5 because that was a manual input reading. You can see our geolocation, where that was tagged at. You can see our capacity calculations, our total sensible heat, everything right on the report, ready to go. So again, super easy to navigate, took a whole lot of time out of the system. The thing just works awesome, and I couldn't be prouder of it. And we've got a great team at MeasureQuick. We got this thing done in a record amount of time. What took us 3 years, we got done in 7 months. And you guys are going to absolutely love this, and I cannot thank you enough for your support. This is Jim Bergman for MeasureQuick. Thanks a lot for watching.